Hey guys, it's Chris with the Gorilla Gunfighter, and currently for Buckshot University. Today I'm going to do the anatomy of a shot shell, and I got these vice grips, and there's some sockets over here just to weigh the paper down. I'm outside, and it's kind of windy, but I wanted to use this these shop towels. It really shows the these shots and that the guts of these shots pretty well set against the blue. So anyway, right here we have a 1 round of birdshot or field or game load, 1 round of double-aught buckshot, and 1 slug. And we'll just start from the left and work our way to the right, and I'll go over each piece. Let's see here. I'm doing it by myself, so give me a little bit of patience. Okay, so here we have our birdshot, and it comes to you. This is a 12 gauge, and it's I think number 8 shot, and there's quite a bit in there. Pour some of these out real quick. So it has a star crimp to close it off, and just a nickel or a brass case or rim rather. And I just cut these slightly. If you open them up, there's all your shot, and that's it. Now, as the round is fired, the hammer hits the primer. This would be a live round because the primer has not been struck. So the hammer hits the primer. The primer ignites the powder. The powder sends this cup right here, which I'm about to show you. This cup, which all the shot was sitting in. So you have, let's see if I can get a few in here. So you got your cup of shot, and it's all closed up in there, and it's going down the barrel pretty quick. Now, as it goes out, there's this flat piece that catches a lot of the energy, the powder, or the gases and all the stuff from the ignited powder, and that is what's shooting this thing down the barrel. And as it's going down the barrel, the cup keeps all the shot together. Now, as soon as the cup leaves the barrel and is exposed to the air or to the the wind, these petals open up, and the shot is let loose of the cup, and you get your spread. And then, oops, here's your cup, and then under your cup is your powder, which, let's see if we can get it to focus on that. There we go. There's your powder. Let's go back out a little bit. And this powder is round, disc-like powder. And then the bottom of this thing is your primer. And the primer ignites, and then as soon as the primer ignites, it ignites the powder. Powder goes off, sends the cup full of shot out of the barrel and to the target. Now, what we're going to look at next is our buckshot. And so there's probably 100 pieces of shot in the birdshot or the game load. Game load, birdshot, field shot, clay, skeet, it's all about the same. It just depends on the size. And as far as shot shells go, I'm sorry, this is number 8 shot. So the bigger the number, so this is 1 1/8 ounce of weight of number 8 shot. So 1 1/8 ounce of number 8 shot. So number 8 shot is this small thing. It goes down to 9, and then you have double-aught buck, which is 0.0. The bigger the number, the smaller the shot. The smaller the number, the bigger the shot. So I think the biggest buckshot is triple-aught buckshot, which is 0.00. Aught or 0 is the same number. So double-aught is a pretty good size. So about the same thing as our birdshot. We have the star crimp, but There's no shot sitting directly on top. This is all this powdery white stuff is a buffer, and we'll pour a little bit out. Okay, we already have one shot come out. So starting to see your shot, and it should be 9 rounds of double-aught buckshot. And just sort of show you a way they kind of pack it in there. Right there. So, let's go ahead and keep. Alright, there we go. Your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Because it's advertised as 9 pellets, double-aught buckshot, and dust double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Wow. That's kind of crazy. So, wow. Anyway, there's your buffer. Now your buffer is in there to keep your buckshot, as it's going in the barrel, to keep the buckshot from hitting against each other and creating flat spots. Because when these things get flat spots, they tend not to fly very well. Now you'll notice that these aren't exactly perfectly round, but they do the job. If you were to if these in flight or going down the barrel were to clang against each other, then you end up with flat spots, and that is what causes a lot of your flyers and things. Why you have 7 or 8 right here, and then you have one way out here. There's a flat spot. Now, just like in the Buckshot, let me pull this back a little more. We have a cup that contains all of our items. There's the bottom with some powder, and there's our cup that our buffer and our buckshot were sitting in. And if I'm not mistaken, double-aught buckshot is equal to 32 caliber. So it'd be like getting shot in this case with, you know, a 32 caliber gun 10 times all the same time, or have 10 people with 32 caliber handguns, each of them shooting you once all at the same time. So pretty bad stuff. But same thing, you have your cup, and as the cup exits the barrel, these wings spread out, or petals will spread out, ejecting the buckshot and the buffer. Buffer just sort of falls away, and the buckshot continues downrange, hitting your target. And we have your powder. Now, here's something interesting. They do differ powders from different companies, and also depends on what you're shooting. So we have, come on, you can do it. We have that size powder for double-aught buckshot from Remington, and a much finer powder birdshot. That's a Winchester birdshot, Remington buckshot, birdshot, buckshot. So size of powder is a little bit different, and so you'll have a different burn. The buckshot's traveling, I think, a little bit faster than the birdshot is. It's made to do different things. So anyway, let us continue on to the slug. Oh, and by the way, all of this birdshot and this buckshot are made out of lead. There are some made out of steel. Not very many, but there are some states that require, for hunting and such, no lead, steel only shot. And some shotguns are not made for shooting steel shots, so make sure you check your manufacturer's information on that to make sure that your shotgun is ready for steel shot, if that is in fact what you're going to be shooting out of it. So we have next is our slug, our 1 ounce slug. It's a Remington slug, and it comes to you just sort of like this. It's not it is not capped off with a star crimp. You see just about this much. I had to cut this a little bit of this off just so you guys could see this thing. So anyway, so this comes off and your slug comes out. It's a big old hunk of lead. I'll set this over here real quick. And this is a rifled slug. Those little diagonal grooves in there are rifling, and I guess this would be considered a hollow point slug. There is a little divot in there, and it is empty in the bottom. Now, what this does, this empty, as it heats up, as this is traveling down the barrel, it allows the round to expand slightly, and to grab the edge of the barrel, or the inside of the barrel, more efficiently. And this rifling allows it to spin as it's cruising down the barrel to increase your accuracy. So there's your lead. It's a lot of lead, and that is a lead slug from Remington. And now we start to differ. This has a plastic wad, which is what these cups are traditionally called wads. But this is more traditional of a wad. And of course, let's see if I can pull this bad boy out real quick. 1 second, guys. See me slice my finger open on the internets. So let me get this thing out real quick. Of course, now I'm not going to be able to get it out. These different companies will use different methods of packing their shot shells, but for the most part, they generally go with either a cup or a wad, and the wad material will differ. Some use almost a sawdust material, and some will use plastic. And of course, your higher end ammo companies, Hornady's, and your higher end ammunition will use different materials. I think I just about got this thing now. There we go. Alright. So, after my big hairy hand in the way, there is your plastic wad right there, and here's a plug between the wad and the powder. Now, I've heard this called a power plunger, your power wad. It just allows for less gas to escape against your slug. And this one's made, looks like just of paper or sawdust material. Yeah, like a cardboard. And it's going to be a pain in the butt, guys. Give me just a second to get this thing open. Alright, there we go. There's your cardboard plug, and there's a minor plastic cup, and under that you will see a powder. Sorry, there we go. There's your powder right there, and it looks to be the same powder they used in the Buckshot. Wouldn't surprise me. And here's the bottom of your primer. That's it, guys. Of course, you'll have different boutique ammunition for different purposes. You know, breaching ammo is going to look different. All your crazy stuff, but like your buck and ball ammo, all those things will be stacked differently. But all in all, it's going to be about the same setup. Your case or your rim, primer, then comes your powder, and for your higher velocity stuff, your slugs, you're going to have where'd that cap go? It went way over here. You have this cap that sits over the powder in your slug, then your cardboard power plunger, and then you have your plug, and finally your slug. So a little bit of a difference depending on the determinant of what you're going to be using it for, what the ammo does. So you don't need a sleeve and a cup for a slug, but you need it for your buckshot and your birdshot. So again, it's going to differ between the various ammos, but they're all going to be one of these three methods of being loaded. So that's just a brief overview, guys. I could do this on a bunch of different stuff. If you want to see certain ammos busted up, just to see what they look like. Just let me know. I'll see if I can find some cool stuff, and just let me know. Any video suggestions, please let me know. I'll be glad to try to get some videos done for you guys of stuff that you want to see or have done with shotguns. So let me know. Any bitches, gripes, complaints, let me know. And you guys have a good one. Thanks.